Great to see everyone.
What's up, gang?
What's up?
Thanks for coming to the jam. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what kind of cool projects we have today. I'm still thinking about that robot from last time.
I know we might need a robot update.
We might need a robot update if he's here. Let's get started in a couple minutes once we have a couple more people in here because we're just getting into it.
I think we had 750 signed up, most ever.
That's crazy.
Just getting started. Meph, I think this is some folks' first jam session, so maybe we give a primer on what it is.
Yeah, well, we have people pour in for sure. So, guys, what we've been doing during these jams is very simple. You guys are always getting updates from us on all the new features inside of Hermes Agent and, all the new things you can do in it. It's great. We're always shipping updates to you guys, and we're not going to stop with that. We'll keep up hackathons and other announcements and projects, but what we really care about is how the community is actually using Hermes Agent, what they are actually building with it. It's the best showcase of Hermes Agent's potential and power is what you guys are actually doing. And we've been enjoying following along the development of the community here in the Discord. This jam is just the first couple jams were us showing you guys how to use Hermes Agent, but now the community is big enough that we've just turned it into, hey, come request to speak. If you've got a project you've been working on that uses Hermes Agent, come show it off for a couple minutes, and we'll just have people come back and forth, back to back, showcasing their projects, basically. So it's really a community showcase type of event. We're mostly just asking questions and hyping you guys up. We aren't really going to showcase anything. We'll have some teasers and announcements and fun things to share at the end. But really, today's about you. These jams are about what you guys make. Also, the memes are absolutely slapping right now. The Rick Rubin news girl in Hermes Agent chat is so sick.
Yeah, and if you want to present, just raise your hand. We'll get a queue going, try to get everybody up in a reasonable amount of time. And then when you do get called up, just so we can run through a bunch of these, it'd be great if you could show us what you're doing and, let's say 2 to 3 minutes, go a little bit longer, but would love to get everybody up and get a lot of different projects shown.
Yeah, guys, if you're going to come up, just do us a favor and have everything already ready to go if you can. As Grady said, just try to keep it tight. Give us a tight, quick explanation, just so we have time to ask you questions about it too, and we're not just having you on the stage and pulling you off. If that happens, then just know maybe we're going on too long.
And if it's your first time sharing your screen on Discord, there's some privacy setting stuffs that makes you close the application. So if you are thinking about presenting, just maybe go ahead and try to do that before you present if it's your first time ever sharing your screen on Discord.
Otherwise, you'll have to kind of queue up all over again when you go down. Now, all that being said, once you guys are up here, also, please have some of your own links ready. We want you to be able to show everything that you've been working on to the community at the same time so they can just find you right away. So with that being said, we've got a good bit of people in here. Let's get started. We'll start with Tex. Oh, we'll start with M Constant. Sorry. Welcome, M Constant. Thanks for coming on up.
Hey, what's good? Very nice to have a moment to show you all this. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me know when y'all can see it.
We can see it.
Great. So this is something I made recently. It is for investigating things. And there's another user here. His name is Peter, also known as PODG. So Peter, PODG. And he sort of like worked on this with me for a little bit, and I just need to hook in a wallet for it. So one sec. Let me get that set. All right. Need to get my wallet. Thanks. And
Hey, Consta, do you want to figure out the wallet thing? I think we have a text ready to go, and we can pull you up after.
I can show you one that's already been done.
Cool.
So these are the investigations. And what you can do is put one in a prompt, and then it'll run through any particular model that you choose. And in the end, it gives you a brief, and it'll give you one of these. So the wallet's working now, and we should be able to do one. So we'll start one. And I have a few different ones. People can choose requests, and I've got one here. It's for O-Circuit. And what I'm going to do is just set this to go. And this is for this particular one. And maybe, I don't know if this one has funds, so I might need to actually pick something else, but yeah, why don't I get it working, and then get back to y'all.
Cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thanks, Constance.
Cool. We're gonna bring up text now.
Howdy, everybody.
What's up?
How's it going?
Good. How are you? Excited to see what you're working on.
I'm doing great. Yeah, thanks. Cool. So I'm going to be sharing my Hermes Agent hackathon submission from the Creative Hackathon. My submission here is titled Egyptus, the Labyrinth. What Egyptus, the Labyrinth is, let me turn off this music here.
Oh, we can't see your screen, by the way, Tex.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I not sharing? Pardon me while I get that going. Share screen. It says I'm streaming. Let me change the stream here. What about now?
Cool.
Okay. So this is my submission to the Hermes Agent hackathon. It's called The Labyrinth. It's a multi-tiered tech stack, and really what it is it's an interactive media and a long-form creative writing software. So it's a multi-tier tech stack, and what that means is it's all built on a corpus of Egyptian texts, which have been transcribed using agent swarms. So there's about 77,000 ancient Egyptian texts which have been transcribed into English. And so this whole corpus creates the foundation of this system. And then all of this is run through what I've called the Babel file system, which is a custom topology generation system. And it organizes all of the texts into hexagonal rooms and shafts. And this is imagined by George Louis Borges in a 1941 novel called The Library of Babel. So it takes all these texts and organizes them into rooms, and each room has shelves which house the text. And so all of that is then built into a rendering engine, which is a Rust-based terminal UI. So this is inspired by a game called Dwarf Fortress, where you walk around and you have multiple characters representing the world. So what we've done here is we've spawned into what's called the observatory, and this is where all the articles are housed that have been written by the Kimi scribe. So you can explore this map, and I can show you guys the actual map here. So these are some of the different levels. So each of these rooms houses ancient Egyptian texts. And what I can do is walk into these rooms and walk up to one of these glyphs. So for example, this is a sculpture, and there's actually 4 sculptures in this room, all which have been transcribed. So these are ancient Egyptian texts here. And what you can do is you can interact with the Hermes agent, which lives in this world. And this is running on a local 4090 RTX, running the Carnice 27B model. So I can say, hello, librarian, gather all, 10 texts regarding Atum, which is like the main deity in the ancient Egyptian texts. So this is running through a shim, which calls Hermes agent in a tmux session. And then it's passing that tmux session straight into the terminal here. And it uses the Babel file system to find texts that you mention. And so here it found 3 texts regarding Atum. And I asked it to gather these texts for me. And we can see now in my inventory here, I have the 3 texts, and I can read them, go through them as I wish. But I could also ask the scribe. You can see the texts here are getting added to my inventory. I can ask the Hermes agent to pass these texts over to the scribe for a long form article. And so the Hermes agent is just summarizing some of these texts. And I can say, pass these to the scribe. And what that'll do is it'll call a tool call that'll spawn the scribe in the game and give it the text so that the scribe can write a long form article. So now we can see the scribe here. We can see him in game. He's rendered with this cyan colored character that'll follow us around here. And it looked like it error coded a little bit there, but what we can do is just look at some of these articles that have been written. So you can ask it anything you want about different types of texts in the Egyptian corpus, and it'll navigate you either to the room or gather the texts, and then you can pass those to the scribe for a long form article. So through this system, I've written, or the scribe has written a number of articles, probably about, I think, 32 at this point, which are all housed here on the Egyptus website, if you guys want to go and read them for yourselves and explore the corpus. You can download the GitHub repo and check out everything yourselves. So that's a little bit of what I've been working on.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, Tex. Very, very cool. Always into the world building, world simulation type of stuff you're doing here. Really cool. Please share your links. Please share your repo, everything in here, and we'll bring up the next guy, Tex. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for giving me the opportunity.
Of course. Francesco, what's up, man?
Hey there, just trying to figure out a way to share my screen. Just give me a sec. Let me reconnect like through Discord desktop. You guys can go to the next one.
Okay, no problem. Just request again when you're ready, Francesco. All right, Wave, we're gonna bring you up. If you're here, Wave.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, it's nice to be back. I've hopefully we've got things worked out. I'm here to be nice and say nice things about everyone here.
I hope so.
Yeah. So if anyone knows what I'm doing, I'm the guy shilling Mind Palace, not as a plugin. Tech doesn't understand Mind Palace yet, but he will. Mind Palace is not memory. Mind Palace is a structure for agent autonomy, working with the /goal system that allows you to leave your agent on overnight, come back to it, and see what it is. But what I'm currently in my big project is Hermes-in-C. I am blowing hundreds of dollars of DeepSeek Flash tokens, billions of tokens a day, taking every line of code in Python, scaffolding it with a devil's advocacy system, and proving that beyond vibe coding, an agentically minded system can recreate, reparse, and recreate any program in C. I don't really care about Rust. And then translating it. As for sharing screen, you can do that on iPhone, as far as I know. And we will, yes, 2, 1. All right, you should be able to see my screen here. The way this works, nothing here is private. The way this works, Hermes Miner, or sorry, Woobu Hermes and Woobu 2 are 2 Hermes cluster agents that are done via the gateway that I have fixed up. And then on here, on the repository, we have 2 Slurmeys. We have Slurmeys here, which is the C fork of Hermes, which, as far as I know, we are at 70% parity. It's working backwards from the dependencies and the functions back to the TUI, since that would be less exciting, and I figure that's better. Parity is not updated on the main README. You should check the contributing commit history if you want to know what's currently going on in the repo. The agent works nonstop and commits on 8-hour cycles. I don't let it commit while I sleep. I just woke up. But basically, every single feature of Hermes that is added is pulled, put to main fork, and then a quick project structure is run over it that then checks all of the budgets, all the tool calls, all the registrations, and is moving all of the dependencies over to C. This is because of the security toolchain attacks and the security toolchain problems with dependencies that we're facing weekly, and I'm just sort of sick of it. So every single dependency has been remade in a library folder called lib that remakes all the dependencies in C. What's the other part here? Let me pull back. Bitropics, unrelated to Slurmeys, is my C recreation of Llama, CPP, which is its inference engine that uses my mathematical manifolds. There's proven lean equations and math structures in the math folder that you can test. I push for quaternion Hamilton networks and what's called an encoder system, which is kind of like TurboQuant, if you've heard of it, except it can be applied to model weights, quantization strategies, and everything, since it's a mathematical projection paradigm. And you make your models work in it by doing what's called cosine sine parity similarity, which is a mathematical function of the output and input systems becoming identical, but the system in between can be different. So you basically confirm number in same, number out same, thing in between can be different.
Cool, man.
All right. I think I'm a bit of an autistic talker. I'm not very good communication wise. And I've even said I'm going to avoid the VC and stick to the text chats and X and accelerate the code. Anything you guys want answered, I'll answer it and then get out your hair.
Listen, man, I just want you to share your links because you're cool and that's cool, and just keep building and do your thing. You rock, Wave. Don't worry about it, bro.
I think everything's in the GitHub link to that. There's the Slurmeys GitHub. If you click right there, my GitHub, my name is on X. My name is YouTube. Literally, my name's a website. The subdomains before my name, www.wafrebjorn, youtube.wafrebjorn, slurmeys.wafrebjorn, takes you to the GitHubs. Everything is linkable and easy. It should be figure outable. Sorry about the autism. I got to get in the car again. Hope you guys have a wonderful time, and thank you for letting me accelerate during a developer session.
Dude, you're so cool. Have a great one, man. Dude, that was awesome. All right, let's get Francesco back up here. What's
How
up,
can I
man?
do better than that, though? Yeah, let me share my screen quickly. So nice to meet you guys. I'm Francesco from Kua. You might have seen us over the last couple of weeks. We shipped like an integration called Kua Driver in Hermes that went viral. Basically, the idea here is having agents use like GUI interfaces for controlling applications. And we did this integration like with Hermes specifically for macOS a couple of weeks ago. And today we are like very proudly announcing the very first like background computer user for Windows. I'll just give you an example over here. I don't believe in demo gods. So you can see here, like we managed to crack and have multi-synthetic pointer working on Windows, which is basically what you can see right here. I have like, in this case, that's a Cloud Code session, but it can also be like an Hermes session. Hermes will be able like to communicate using MCP with QuaDriver. And basically, in this case, I'm just dev and testing an old-fashioned WPF app that I was like playing with. And you can see like the agents like controlling a synthetic pointer, doing some Q&A.
Hey, Francisco, I think you might be sharing the wrong screen. We see...
Oh, yeah. Let me... Yeah, 1 second only. Connecting. You know? See?
Yeah, what are we supposed to see on your screen? We see X right now.
This one over here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so you can see that's like a demo where I have like a Cloud Code, but it can also be an Hermes communicating with QuaDriver using MCP and really spinning up like a couple of synthetic pointers that are like doing Q&A on my application. That's like a WPF app. And you can think about like several other use cases like legacy app that are not covered by any API, like this one, for instance. I should have it over here. Yeah, I don't have it handy over here, but that's another one. So yeah, feel free to give it a try. We have a PR up with Hermes right now that's pending to be merged. And yeah, actually this is like the one that I wanted to show you. Like that's a legacy app that I'm able like to do navigation through. And like stuff like this wasn't possible since like 1 year ago. Like coding agents and like models became so smarter. Like now you are able like to do accessibility tree parsing and like feeding screenshots of like really any GUI app into Hermes. And yeah, feel free to look at our repo. That's cool. And as I mentioned, like we have an official integration coming up with Hermes in the next couple of days.
Really looking forward to it. I'm a big fan of Kua Driver right now in Hermes. So thank you, Francesco.
Lovely. Cheers.
Welcome, Egg. How we doing? Welcome back.
Hello. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Need to. Okay. How do I? It says my share screen is disabled. How can I fix that?
Might have to do a couple things to get that to work, Egg.
Okay.
We're gonna bring you back when we're ready, okay, Egg?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
No worries. Okay, let's get Evan up here. Hey, Evan, thanks for coming.
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we can hear you. Are you all set up and ready to go?
Let me see here. You know what? I got hit with the permissions wall too, so you'll have to bring me back
No
up.
problem. No problem. Pull up when you're ready. Pull up when you're ready. We'll go to Pablo. No Pablo. Hey, Neil.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, hi. What is happening? I also do not have permission to share my screen.
Okay, I think Egg's ready now, so we'll bring you back after.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Okay, Egg, you got to save us here. This is
Yeah. I got it. It's working now.
Cool, cool.
Okay. All right. You can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. You see my ID? Okay. So my project had a little note here, so I'm gonna bring up my note.
Cool. We just Discord right now.
Okay. Oh, that's you can only see my Discord.
Yeah. I have to just change to share your whole screen.
Okay. Can you see this one? Can you see my ID?
Yes. We can see the ID.
Okay. All right. So this one here is it's Raiden. It is based off of a concept. It was a plugin called Diet Code. It helps for long horizon development. It breaks things down into kind of like architecture, like domain, core, infrastructure. The main purpose of that is it helps guide like non-technical users and folks that are just solo get started. I'm gonna play the game now. So can you see the game?
No, you want to try just sharing your whole screen?
Oh, okay. How do I do? Goodness.
Stop
They
streaming.
changed it. Okay.
First, stop streaming. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, share entire screen. Okay. Can you see the game now?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the game. So Hermes created the game like completely entirely by one prompt. and it was used using Diet Code, which is a plugin. It's a custom internal plugin. I haven't shared it yet because it requires a custom harness. It's called Broccoli DB, which architects and governance the layers, and it's kind of acts as like a linter. So it's like TypeScript linting, and you can see you can hit a bomb. Yeah. It keeps going, and it creates like different types of boss sequences and stages, and it's a entire complete game. And yeah, that's it for that one.
Sir, you gotta drop this game. You gotta release this game like today.
Oh yeah. So here's the repo. So there we go. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, you know what? I'm looking forward to seeing the next stuff that you make with this. Let's see an even crazier game next week, Egg. How about that?
Okay,
or
thanks.
from now, whenever we do this again.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Bye-bye.
Welcome back, Evan.
Hey, thanks, guys. I am back, and I'll pull up my screen here.
Cool.
Yeah, can you see my screen all right?
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, so my name is Evan. I'm a product developer based in Vancouver. I was just going to share a bit about my Jump Foundry hackathon submission from the Hermes Creative Hackathon. Yeah, so my goal with this project was really to kind of explore what creative software looks like in an agentic context where the agent isn't just behind the chatbot, but actually kind of sharing a canvas with you. So I set out to kind of test that out through this typeface design workflow, which is Jump Foundry here. And so like the obvious way, I guess, to create a font with Hermes would be, just to kind of ask it through chat and say, hey, create a font, use these files. But typeface design, it's very visual and iterative, and you want to kind of compare these different characters, while you're designing them. Lots of different kind of assets and multi-thread. So yeah, I basically took this as an opportunity to explore what that kind of interface looks like. So yeah, it's really intentionally minimal here. Like all of the tools at the bottom are kind of just the very task-specific things that the user needs at that time. So anything that's kind of the filter that I used there is basically where anything that's easier to chat with the agent about, you chat with the agent about, but anything that is kind of a bad fit for chat and is easier to just click, you kind of move into this very simple interface. And so basically, the user draws a couple of sample glyphs, and then Hermes uses that as Hermes uses that to kind of construct the prompt here, converts them to an image format from SVG, packages them in this schema with the prompt and the target variable letters, and then and then sends that request off to the image model. And so the image model will give back something that's like pretty good, but might have some kind of variations just in line thickness, or it might be gray instead of black. And so basically there's a tracing step where that gets traced and then processed as an SVG, and you get the final glyph out the other end, which is SVG and variable, and you can apply different font weights to it. Yeah, so that's kind of the main workflow there, and that gets kind of wrapped in a loop when you're generating the whole alphabet with some concurrent jobs. And Hermes kind of coordinates all of those and coordinates revisions to all of those for the user. And yeah, so I won't actually go through the flow here because it takes a while, but you can see see that concurrent process with different revisions being brought up and shown to the user as each one is finished there in parallel through that interface. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun to work on. A few things I'd like to push farther on. Like I'd love for this to be a bit more modular down the road if I was to work further on this. Basically, have the drawing component and the font component and maybe some other components that could be kind of separated and reconfigured by the agent, where it's a bit more kind of rigid right now. There's also some things to do with like cost and reliability as well, just better evaluations and kind of parsing in more boundaries, I think, to kind of avoid some of the common pitfalls that come up from the image model. But yeah, overall, just a fun proof of concept for this kind of dual interface here.
You think you can go from this straight to like font type, etc.?
Yeah, that's exactly how it works actually. So yeah, the final file that's outputted is a TTF.
That's too
Awesome.
crazy. Yeah, can you please like keep us updated with this, man, and keep coming back because I want to see more of this.
Evan, our front-end designer, Frag, asked, what's your favorite typeface that Hermes Agent created?
Oh, I like these. I'm really into this dense one here. I didn't give it what did I call it? I call it Lines New Roman. That's kind of a bad name, but yeah, I like this one here where you get like a bit more variability. I just think that's super fun.
Awesome. Well, thanks for presenting here and thanks for submitting the work to the hackathon.
Yeah, thanks guys. I'll definitely come back for the next one and I'll drop my info in the chat here.
Cool. Please do.
Okay, I hope it works this time. 1 moment. Nope, it doesn't work. Okay, I'll be back. Thank you.
No problem, Pablo. Bring Salmon up. Hey, Salmon.
Hey, all right, let's see if I can get mine to work. Okay, screen share. No, unfortunately. All right,
It's okay,
I'll come back.
man. Yeah, we'll have you. Don't worry. Okay, let's bring up. 1 sec. Welcome, iftakhar.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. Good. Love to see what you're cooking up.
Yeah, sure. So let me just quickly share my screen. Okay. I thought I already had Discord. Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yep, we can see it.
You can see it, right? All right, here we go. Okay, so I'm working on DCP. It's more like a mission control or a permission layer for all the AI agents. Nowadays, when we run any kind of AI agents, we have to configure.
Iftakhar, sorry to interrupt. We can only see your. We can only see your Discord right now.
Can you see my app now?
No, we just see Discord. Try to share entire screen.
Yeah. No, can I see it now?
Yep,
Sorry,
looks
can you
good.
see it? Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. So I was saying I'm working on DCP. It's more like a mission control where whenever you run any kind of AI agents, nowadays you have to configure everything into ENV file, right? or maybe just have to let your agents, hey, this is my key, you can use it next time also. So I'm working on it to make it more, I would say, secure, more accessible to all the AI agents. So my tagline here is give agent permissions, not keys. So you can configure any kind of agents, like be it Hermes, be it Claude,
All right.
Cursor, anything.
The
Uh,
quality of
yeah,
the
and the
stream is
setup.
too bad. Sorry, we might have to have you back.
Sorry, is there any net issue?
Iftakhar, I'm sorry, we might have to have you back when your stuff is working. We might have to call it for now. I can't really hear you, man. Oh well. Let's bring up V-Truba.
Hello, everybody. And
Hey.
yeah, thank you very much for inviting, but I'm not able to share my screen. Yeah, sadly.
Oh, okay, no problem. Let me know if you are able to. You can just come back. Salmon's back.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay. So I restarted, fixed the problem. Oh, okay. I still see that share my screen is blanked out, even though I had the permissions. It's like I don't have the button. Okay, maybe someone. Huh, that's weird. I can share my screen in other chats. Okay. Well, if someone else has figured out how to make it work, let me know. I will drop off for now then.
Hey, Precum, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. How y'all doing today?
Good.
Awesome, awesome. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Let's put some links in the chat. Okay. This is weird. I was just sharing a screen in another server, but it's not working in this one for some reason. Okay. I don't know. Maybe this is an issue today for some reason, but I'll go ahead and drop off. I don't want to waste anyone's time. Sorry about that.
All good. Sorry about the screen sharing difficulties. We'll look at our own settings to see if there's something wrong there.
Okay.
If the individual that showed us the robot last time is here, we'd love to get an update if you're around.
You want to try again, V-Truba?
Yes. Sure. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, we can see your Discord.
Oh. Can you see my entire screen now?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, I didn't prepare really a demo today, but I just want to share something cool that I did. Might be interesting for Hermes and Agent community. And this is basically an CLI for making agents communicating with each other via simple Python CLI that writes the data into any S3 bucket. You can use like self-hosted media, AWS, or Hugging Face. Yeah, they can share between each other the messages. They can create a chat. They can share the memory, checks who's online and stuff like that. And yeah, here also you can just put a link and tell your agents to install. And here is an example of two codes that are talking to each other. And here's some small demo that I recorded a few months ago, probably. Yeah, so in this case, do codes and codecs talking to each other about meaning of AI, just like experiment, but I've used Hermes and code to make them like develop a website or stuff like that. So maybe somebody is going to be interested with this stuff. I can share the link to the repo. Yeah, thank you. That's it. Thank you very much for inviting me to the stage.
Thank you, V-Truba. We appreciate it.
Oh, I'm just gonna try one last thing. Thank you for having me again.
No
I
problem,
was
man. We want to see your.
Yes, I was going to ask if you can try removing my developer role temporarily and seeing if that fixes my issue. Actually, now it just lets me. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So, yeah, it seems like it's an issue with the developer role. Thank you, Technium. All right, so the project I wanted to share was my wake word forge. A few people who hang out in the voice calls will have already heard of it. Essentially, this is a system to train your own wake word model. Like if think of Siri or Google Voice, things like that. When you activate it, you can do it hands-free by just saying okay and then the keyword, right? But we all know how things are with Google, right? They got rid of their slogan, "Don't be evil for a reason." And we all know about the cult of Apple. Things are not great either on the Siri side. So, yeah, my option of using Wake Word Forge, which I built and is actually ready to use on GitHub, allows you to simply go through very simple steps, very streamlined. You pick your project folder, pick your wake phrase, for example, okay, Hermes. You can even have others, like you could say, hey, Hermes, for example. You confirm. You can pick how many examples you want to provide. The more you provide real world examples, the more accurate it'll be. The augmentation plan. There's a few different options for this, such as using the QuantityS voice engine, which will generate a bunch of samples to use as a baseline for training. And once you go through all of these steps, you'll have an output model that you can then use to do fun things, such as, okay, Hermes. As you can see, I'm able to activate it by voice and it's currently listening. Can you say hi to the Discord chat, Hermes? The latency is currently an issue, but it's a work in progress on that side. And yeah, you can pick whatever word phrase you want, anything. That was all I had to say. Thank you for having me.
Oh, that's really cool. Thanks, man.
No problem.
Love to see updates as you develop this further next time we do this.
Yes, I look forward to it.
Thanks, Papa. All right, Salmon.
All right, third time to charm.
Yeah, I
This
think this is our developer role. That's why this was happening. So this should make it a lot easier for you.
Yeah, no worries. Here we go. Okay. All right, can y'all see this? Can you read this?
Factatus. See it.
Yes. All right, so what I've been working on, I shared this last time, but it was very early. We've gotten a little bit more progress. But basically, this is a process that you run alongside a Hermes or OpenClaw agent, and you give it access to a wiki that you might have been building up with your agent. And it'll serve as a gateway into this decentralized network that functions as a RAG. So, I'll show you how this works in just a second, but the overall flow is, if you're a consumer, you go to this URL, it gives you a interface kind of like Perplexity or whatever, where you have a text box to enter queries. And then it will go through this gateway, and it'll find the right topic for your query. And then all nodes, Hermes agents or whatever, that are subscribed to that topic can share their best chunks, best pieces of data they have relevant to that query. And then kind of the last piece is that validator actually has a custom trained model. So there's one for every topic that can score each one of the chunks based on how much it contributes unique knowledge to the response. So in the next step, what I'm trying to do is create a demo version that's actually going to take in payments. So you'll pay for a query, and then it actually gets split to all of the nodes based on how much they contribute to the final result. So just a quick demo. Right now, this is only hooked up to my Hermes agent, which its wiki is just based in uranium commodity investing, because that's what I use it for. So this is a bit slow. If it's too slow, I can go to the next tab and show you what it looks like when it's done. But let's see how this goes. So I'm running this query. I want to see what is Russia's share of global uranium enrichment capacity. You can see it has this little thing here. There's only one topic right now, but in the future, you could imagine that like Reddit, where there's a bunch of different topics or something. Okay, so then it goes through this step. It expands the query to make it a little bit more palatable for the nodes. And then the idea is here, it gives you really specific granular data on niche topics. So the answer we're getting back is that, yeah, Russia controls 44% enrichment capacity, and then it tells you recent prices. So there's actually 2 nodes I have hooked up to this. Each one of these is a unique wallet, and you can see their different scores, how it added up to the final result. So if I had paid for this, query, the amount would actually be split between these 2. And if other nodes were to sign up and give like junk data, the model is smart enough to filter that out and not give them any reward. So anyway, it's still a work in progress. That's where we're at now. Yeah, just want to share that with you all. And maybe eventually I'll get it mature enough so other people can start joining in.
Cool, man. Thank you so much, Salmon. I'm excited to see this kind of come up.
Yeah, for sure. All right, thanks, y'all.
Of course, man.
Thanks. Awesome. Well, thanks everyone for joining today. We want to do this bi-weekly. We did this on Wednesday because of the holiday, so it's usually going to be on Tuesday. Be on the lookout for more of these. One thing we just wanted to call out as well, I know there's been some issues with OpenAI Codex subs. We're waiting on them to fix some stuff on their side, but we're working to get a fix as soon as possible. And yeah, be on the lookout for some more cool stuff we have on the portal side, more free models, a potential hackathon in the near future. So just stay on the lookout for more cool stuff from our end. Yeah, and thank you all so much for being here and being a part of the community. I think we recently passed over 1,000 contributors. So you all make everything possible. We build this for you. We really love everyone making this happen. So thank you for being a part of this entire journey, and thanks for joining today. Karan, anything you want to say to wrap us up here?
Yeah, I just want to echo your words, Grady. Guys, we wouldn't be here without you. We make this just for you. This is open source for you guys. We do this because we want to stoke and inspire you guys to make amazing things. We want to see whole businesses run by Hermes, companies run by Hermes, startups, corporations, everything. But we want to see it enriching everyone's everyday life as much as possible too. You don't have to make some great app. If you automated something simple in your life or in your home, please show us. Whenever we do these jams, we want to be able to show the world and keep track of your progress of how you're building on top of Hermes. You know, we really care about seeing this develop and flourish more and more in your everyday life. So please come back and come and inspire other people with your work. Thank you so much for coming. Of course, we're so grateful to you guys. And thanks to all the presenters. Very brave showcasing, and sorry about some of the technical difficulties, but I think we got them ironed out. All right, guys, have a great one. And if you ever have any questions, you want to talk to any of us over at the Hermes team, news team, we're always available. You can ping me, you can ping Tech, any of us. We're on the ground and we're here to chat with you guys anytime. You know, keep showing us what you're building, and you got this. Thanks, everybody.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. See ya.